What's up, YouTube? I'm testing it out. Testing it out. This is the new YouTube application, the Live app. I actually didn't know this existed. Shout out to that person that shot me over a message and said, hey, you should check out this Live app from YouTube. And I was like, okay, sweet. I will check it out. So I don't know if anybody's on, anybody out there, but this is a test. This is a test. This is a broadcast test. So I'm gonna share the oh hey, somebody's out there. Somebody's watching. What's going on? Yeah, I'm just wanted to jump on real quick. I didn't even know that the YouTube app had been updated because I was at the HTC event the other day, and I wanted to check it out. It's actually pretty sweet. Oh, you can see comments. Get out. Yeah, it's a little choppy. I'm way downstairs, and the router is kind of up there. But I guess if it's choppy, I don't know. I'm just testing it out. I like that you can see comments. Wow, that's pretty sweet. This is really nice. I really like this. Hey, Chris is in here. I didn't know that the YouTube app was updated. And then I didn't even know about it. And somebody hit me up and said, Jay, you need to use the YouTube app for live. Can anybody tell me what connection it's at? Can you get 1080p? Can you get 1080p, or what's the highest it'll let you stream at? Because I know YouTube likes to cut it down. They'll cut it down and tell you, no, you're not allowed to stream higher than 720. Oh, 720p is it? Okay. Yeah, because you should be able to. This camera can do 1080p on the front, and but the quality actually looks pretty sweet from where I sit. Thank you, Zioko. Sorry, I didn't say your name right. But the quality actually looks really solid. One thing I don't like is that these comments are popping up, and I want to move over here. I know you guys can't see it. So that person that said, what's better, the iPhone 7 Plus or the iPhone 7? Go with the iPhone 7 Plus. I appreciate that. The person that said my reviews on the G5 was good. I appreciate it. But the comments are popping up to the left. I've already updated my YouTube. I've updated my Axon 7 to Nougat already. I was probably gonna put a video out, but I've done so many videos on the Axon 7. It's kind of like, man, Cafe, man, what's going on, dude? I see Cafe in here, but the comments, as I already said, the comments pop up on this half of the screen. I don't really like that because it cuts off the viewfinder. For those that can do it, what do you I knew it was coming. Hey, big dog, how you doing? So Honor 8 update yet? No, I haven't updated my Honor 8. I've gotten rid of the Honor 8 actually. I sold the Honor 8 a while back. So just testing out this YouTube app, and I think it's pretty nice. I think I could probably use this, man. I really like it. Yo, there go LaShawn, I see you. I'm just kind of wanting to see what this is like, because people have been raving about it. And I can tell you though, if you do decide to use this, hey, my Project 13, if you decide to use this, just know when the comments pop up, it's kind of like Periscope. It's like Periscope. So be mindful of that. Let's see here. So, how you guys doing? I went to the HTC event, and I was pretty excited to go, to say the least. It was a lot of fun. It was good. The HTC U Ultra shocked me, and I gotta admit, I was like, man, I'm eating those words. I didn't know that it was gonna be that good, and it's actually really good, man. The HTC U Ultra is pretty hot. It's nice. I appreciate LaShawn taking care of them clowns in the stream already. Kind of sad. They need to get a life. But man, am I still asking what? Are you still asking who is the phone for? The HTC? Yeah, the HTC Ultra, man, after having some hands-on with it, whoo, man, the cameras on there. When I was recording the video, I was talking to the director of, I I was talking to the director. One of the marketing personnel was there, and the other guy was the creative director. And I was asking them questions, whether or not, it had the Pixels camera, and it has the Pixels camera. It has the Pixels camera, and the front camera is supposed to be 16 megapixels. I tested it out, and I put it up against my S7, because, wow. First of all, that person that's talking about the HTC invited me. Hey, listen, leave the stream, man. Everybody knows that I wasn't invited to the HTC event. I went on my own cognizance, man. Do some research before you come on here and start trying to blast people. Now get out of here. So I went to, RSVP'd. I RSVP'd my time there with HTC, and the device has the Pixel camera. I didn't know it was going to have the Pixel camera. I didn't know that it was going to have that kind of hardware. Man, I just was surprised, man. So in my other video that I did about the HTC, I pretty much said, it wasn't worth the money. It wasn't worth the money. And I just was like, you know what? I didn't have any hands-on time with it. But now having some hands-on time with it, man, I got to tell you. It is really good. It is really good. Shout out to Night Tech, man. He just sent me some so Sean, people hitting me up. The HTC Ultra shocked me. It shocked me. It's pretty good. I wasn't expecting that, man. The hardware on it kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. I just wasn't, I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to start trying to, I can do first impression videos, but what I'm going to try to do is not do the kind of first impression video where I'm basically giving an opinion on something that I don't physically have yet. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to not, I'm going to try to stick to more of waiting until I getting my hands on it, because, man, I tell you, the Ultra is really hot. It's really hot. So I was going to do a Q&A. I was actually going to stream live with from the event, but I opted not to because I wanted to have a good time. And I wanted to, I was like, I want to hang out a little bit, talk to the people. And I just wanted to, I wanted to have some fun first before doing like YouTube stuff. But once I got there, man, I was like, oh man. I was like, I guess I'll shoot some footage. I didn't know what else to do. I was like, you know what? I got to shoot some footage here. So I had every intention on shooting footage, but I wanted to live stream. And that's what I wanted to do. But again, once I got there, I was like, man, I'm not going to do a live stream. Because a live stream, I'd have to continuously, keep things going. So with doing the recording, I decided, you know what? I was like, I'm just going to go ahead and just do a recording. Because I was talking to somebody, and they were like, man, you should just do a recording. I was like, you know what? You're right. So I'll do that. So it was good. I'm scanning through some of these comments here, guys. I got some good packages coming, some good stuff. I don't like this YouTube app is cool, but I don't like that the comments. If you can get this application, if you're eligible, if you're a YouTuber and you're big enough to get this application and use the live one, because I think there's limits on it. You have to be able to use this in order to use this application. You have to be able to. You got to see it for yourself. So if you're a YouTuber in this stream and you can use that, you'll see what I'm talking about. I don't like how the comments are popping up on the screen. It's a distraction, is what it is. It just keeps on popping up over here. It's kind of, I don't think they thought it through, but it's good. The quality looks good. But man, I got to tell you, yeah, it's exciting to be able to use an application. And I was hoping that it would be on Android as well, or excuse me, iOS, so I can use it on an iPhone too. But man, I don't know. It's for the first time they've given Android something first. Anybody else notice that? How they give, Google seems to give iOS applications that they don't give to Android first. So as soon as I heard about this, I immediately went into iOS and started trying to update my application to see if it was available, but it wasn't. So much for that. But I'm looking to bring in something really, really good to the channel. I'm just still kind of testing the waters. And I don't know, to be honest, this YouTube application thing is nice, a live one. I don't know if I could use this as a regular streaming app for YouTube. For one, it only lets you go to 7p or 720p. And then it's got to be a way to turn off these comments, man. Like, they're literally, there it is. All right, so on the bottom right, if you decide to use this application, on the bottom right, hit the three little dots on the bottom, and then you can see hide chat. So, boom, hide chat. Chat gone. All right, so they did think it through. They did think it through. But now that I know I can hide the chat, it might be time to use this application. The only thing I don't like is that they kind of limit you to 720p. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Quick lesson about YouTube. Here's some things about YouTube and social media. Like a long time ago, there was a situation with this is a YouTube lesson. If you want to be a YouTuber, here's what you have to deal with. If you know me as a YouTuber, nobody really knows me. You know what I show you on YouTube. So here's a lesson real quick, because a lot of people ask me how to run a YouTube channel and what you can expect. Here's what you can expect. You can expect a lot of people that will talk to you, socialize with you, and then they have a goal. They might have a personal goal set to get to where you are. Like if you're a YouTuber and you're bigger than some of the other YouTubers that you talk to, some of them probably have a hidden agenda or some kind of personal effects about themselves that they don't like, or they don't like themselves very much. And so they'll talk to you, try to befriend you. And then what they'll do is they'll see how difficult it is to get to where you are. And then, you've heard me say this before, but the haters come from within the circle. So as a YouTuber, you're gonna have to learn to just shut people off. It's just that simple. Like I used to address, like when comments were posted in my regular videos, I would reply to the haters. I just don't even do it. I just block them, because I think that I've learned that as a YouTuber, if you keep on responding to people who say ugly things to you in comments, it just feeds the fuel and the fire, and they just keep coming back. So eventually they'll get tired of it, because two things are going to happen, and you can hear me say it here. I'm going to continue to grow, and the haters will get tired. So I appreciate the haters coming in. But I got people like LaShawn, and I got some mods in there that always got my back. I appreciate it. Some of the people don't change, but that's just what it is. If you want to be a YouTuber, get ready to get fake stuff said about you, and people have their own. Because when you put yourself in front of the camera for YouTube and vlogging and stuff like that, what happens is a lot of people get real envious, and they're not man enough to tell you that they like what you're doing or to ask for help. So then they take things about you and twist them around and say that you're fake and you're lying and all that kind of stuff. And most times it's not true. But some other things that can happen is we'll see each other in person, and you can ask me for help, and I'll show you how to do it the right way. But the wrong way is to come into my live stream and post a bunch of stupid comments and act as though it's making you look better. But advice to those people are, if you want to be a YouTuber, definitely stand strong on your word. Do what you need to do. Put your content out. If your channel's failing or your content is not good, let the people decide. And get ready to get a lot of haters, because the bigger you go up the ladder, the haters in your circle, which weren't haters, are going to turn into haters. That's a YouTube lesson for you. You can rest assured, because even somebody like me who only has like 40,000 subscribers almost, I've probably got more haters than anybody else. But when you put yourself in front of the camera, this is what you get. You get people who like what you're doing. They don't know how to get to where you're at, so the only response they have is to lash out with anger. But what I'm going to do, I'm not going to do what I did with the Samsung Knights. That was more of a disappointment. I actually responded one time to them on Google Plus, and that was that. Everybody else, from this point going on, if you're a hater, just keep on hating. I appreciate it, I guess, But you'll never get to where I'm at by doing that, So YouTube lesson. That's what you got to do. You got to do. Yeah, LaShawn deletes are on point, man. That's why he's in there as a mod for me. Because he can see all this stuff, man. Yeah, it's hard to. Somebody asked me, was I reading the chat? Alex, the chat is going really fast, and unfortunately, the chat disappears from the live stream, so I can't. It's hard to keep up with it. But that again, that's my YouTube lesson. I'm testing out this new YouTube app, so I had to give you a quick YouTube lesson. All you YouTubers out there people who are inspiring to be YouTubers, this is how you do it. Put out your content. Don't try to step on the next guy that's already doing his thing to get ahead, because you're not going to make it. Put out your content. If your content's good, people will watch. That's just what it is. So stepping on somebody else or trying to step on somebody else definitely won't get you anywhere. That's just what it is. So, hey, some people were asking me, why I closed my Telegram group. And I'm going to just tell you, here's why I closed. I might as well do it here. I'm testing out the YouTube app, so I might as well kick it to you straight, right? So, some people ask me why I closed my Smartphone Conversations Telegram group. Well, you're going to get your answer in this video right now. I didn't close the Telegram group for any particular person. Or people. I didn't do it for that reason. I closed, I like James. Hey, I like James Peters. Shout out to James Peters. He said, do not respond to low IQ people. That's kind of crazy. My IQ is actually like I won't tell you. It's over 100. Some people wonder why I closed my Telegram group. I actually opened a couple Telegram groups and I closed them. I didn't close them for some particular reason of anybody in the group. And first of all, I don't even have to tell you this. I don't owe anybody an explanation or an apology or anything, but I actually in the Telegram, in the Google Plus group, there were actually people in there who liked the conversation that was going on in there. And so, I decided, okay, I'll tell these guys, hey, sorry about that. I closed it so abruptly. I had to, because there were some issues with the Telegram. The issues with the Telegram is I don't really have, like, the people who say they're coming into the Telegram group for conversation, that number is not high enough for me to keep open a Telegram group. A Telegram group is for, the ones that I create, I want to talk about only what the group is about. And every now and then we can sidetrack and talk about something else. But if you start to post profanity, vulgar, drugs, sex, anything that's way outside of technology, I don't want to talk about it. So the best thing to do is to just turn it off. And so what I've learned is that's kind of what goes on most of the Telegram groups that I've created. There's a few people in there, like Cafe. He was strong on his technology thing, and he's just the first person that pops in my head. He stuck to the topic. He really didn't have anything outside of that to say. LaShawn and all these guys stuck to the topic. And so I asked somebody in a different group, I said, am I too serious? Am I? But it's not about me being too serious. It's just about that I'm realizing that my interests are not everybody else's interests. And so, yeah, I'm a little bit older than some of the people that are in the group. Yeah, but, and so my way of thinking, or my way of doing things on YouTube might be a little different. I don't tolerate a lot of things in my real life in person. If you were sitting in front of me cussing up a storm, I would just walk away. Or if you start doing some of the things that some of the people do in these chats, I would just walk away. And I think that's the best thing to do. So I don't think it's a good idea for me to stay in a Telegram group at this point, because I can't seem to find the right group of people, or I need to keep it really private and don't tell anybody. But the reason I tell people is because I want people to get in on good conversation. That's what it is. Just want people to get on good conversation. So I'm going to be who I am. I don't have to switch it up for anybody else. So the best thing to do is, if I find some people that are not interested in what I'm talking about, I'll just keep it moving. But I know for a fact that a lot of the things that people say online and stuff like that, and like when people post ugly stuff about people online, or when they post a bunch of silly things, they don't like themselves very much at all. They're standing in the mirror looking at themselves, and they don't like what they see, so the only thing they have is to lash out at other people. And that's kind of the way it is on social media, period, not just YouTube. People lash out with anger first, and instead of learning to articulate or present themselves in a nice way. Like recently, like I said, when I closed the group, a lot of people got upset about that because they didn't know why. So the first thing they do is they lash out with anger, which is kind of silly. Like 5-year-olds do that. Come on, grow up. So you have to, in order to get away from certain things, sometimes you just have to separate yourself. You got to just, you have the power to change whatever you don't like. And so I didn't like some of the conversations that were going on in my Telegram group. That's an issue for me. So close it. That's it. Just close it. And that's advice to these new YouTubers out there. If you're a new YouTuber, especially if you have like under 10,000 subs, you can't afford to make silly mistakes like trashing other YouTubers that are well above you, that you're nowhere close to them. Judging a person's character, saying they're real or fake when you don't really know them, and you got like 28 people subscribed to you, who are people going to believe? You're basically trying to use someone else's name to come up. That's what you're doing. And stepping on somebody to get there doesn't get you anywhere. So again, if you're a new YouTuber or you have less than 10,000 subs, I guess my question is, who are you? Should I even acknowledge you at all? Probably not. So all those haters out there, hey, come keep on hating. To all the people that were in that Telegram group, my last Telegram group, the Smartphone Conversations, hey, look, the Google Plus group is still open if you want to come over there and hang out. But I can guarantee you, if I start another Telegram group, no one's going to know about it. And it'll probably be like 5 people in there. 6, 7 tops. Because I think that's narrowing it down and making sure that you're keeping the conversation at an adult level. Adults don't curse every 5 minutes. Adults don't put a whole bunch of vulgar stuff out there. Mature adults. Because there are people out there who are really old, but they act like 5-year-olds, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's where they are in their life. That's where they are. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm reading the chat. I'm looking at this, and people are saying, why are people hating on Jay? And, you know, all these different questions. Hey, I'm not going to give it any attention like the way some people are doing, because my inbox was flooded with a bunch of silly stuff like, oh, this is what they're saying about you. And I'm like, man, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They can keep on saying it. It is what it is. What's going on, Paul Tech? Hey, man. Paul Tech did it. Paul Tech used the live stream. He tested it out, too. But, Paul Tech, what do you think about the new YouTube app, like the live stream portion? It's pretty simple to set up. I thought it was pretty nice. But you know, YouTube is always going to be the way it is. The fact that Google, they don't really have any control over who's saying stuff on comments and stuff. That's probably the worst part about it, man. A person could jump on a live stream and then say a bunch of ugly stuff and then bounce, and there's nothing you can do about it. But the good thing about the live chat, it disappears. And I really like that. So all of you people that are typing all this silly stuff in the comments, no one's even watching you after this. They're looking for me. They came here to see Jay and see what next device he has, and that's it. Right. Hey, shout out to Cafe. Everybody look at Cafe and LaShawn's conversation. Look at those conversations. Cafe, man, if I do start another group up, man, you and LaShawn and Susan, y'all will be the first ones I invite over privately. I don't want anybody to know. But how do you guys like the format? I don't know. Let me see how you guys can see it on your side. This live, the chat it's nice, man. This YouTube app is nice, but I don't know. I might have to reconsider using this one for like regular YouTube streams. It's really formatted very well. Like, it's got a finish button up here, and it's got these 3 little dots down here. Hide chat, share, mute. Let me try the share button and see what happens. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. So wow, there's a lot of people in this stream. I really appreciate it. Do I mind giving you a shout out? Enemy Supreme, there's your shout out. Enemy Supreme, there you go, there's your shout out. Everybody subscribe. How much will the HTC cost? Hit their website. I don't work for HTC. So about this HTC thing, I'm going to try to bring in every device that I can possibly bring in. And that's just what it is. HTC, they had this open thing for the U Ultra where it's open to the public. So all you have to do is go on their page and RSVP, and then you could get it. You can get in, and I drove 3 hours to go to that event So it was pretty cool. So HTC would have been nice if they would have gave me a check. I would have I would have appreciated that, give them some money, but nah. I did a video for the HTC. It's out on the channel right now. So I did a video for it. And the HTC Ultra, like I said in the video, I'm kind of retracting what I said. Well, the only thing I can retract on really is basically the price. I was saying the price wasn't fit for $750, but the reality is they're bringing a flagship device, and who's not going to price it as high as they can get it? And after having that hardware in hand, it's definitely a premium phone, man. I'm not going to front on it. Maybe once I get my own in-house right here, I'll be able to give you a better feel of whether I think it's worth it or not. Like, people say the Pixel's not worth it. No phone is worth $750, $800. Those are like mortgages for some people. And when it comes to pricing, I really don't like when people ask me, well, do you think it's worth it? Because my pockets might be a little deeper than yours, so I can easily say, oh yeah, I got that. You might say, man, what in the heck? There's no way I'm gonna spend $600. I bought the Pixel, the 32 gig. I wanted the 128. I ordered it. It's still stuck in no la la land. I can't get it. So worth depends on what you have. A couple things to be real about it. If a person's asking, no, I shouldn't say it. Sometimes if you're asking if something's worth it, you probably should just not even think about buying it. You can't, I don't know. There's no other way to say it. Like if you always ask, how much does that cost, or is it worth it? You probably should move on to something else, because how much money you make. You should never be asking a man, how much money do you make, or you should never ask people. Just stay in your lane, I guess. But if you're shopping for something and you're already concerned about, now I'm for the average user, so I want them to get a good deal on the price, but let's be realistic. They're not going to drop the price on the Ultra just like that. It's not going to happen. So come on, I don't know. Not until I get it in-house and use it for a while, then I'll be able to tell you, hey, okay, yeah, go ahead and, I would kick out the 750 for it, or I would do this for it, hey, because I've purchased iPhones that cost over $1,000. iPad costs over the 256 gigs, over $1,000. But I think it's worth it because it's big, it's easy to get along with, I can navigate real good with it. It's good. Let me see. Anybody got a question about the HTC U Ultra? I'm looking in the what's going on with everybody in the chat. Hector, all these guys, Deborah. I see you guys. And Mark, it's just going so fast. It's hard to keep up with. But if you have a question about the Ultra, I can answer it real quick before I end the stream. Man, the stream's been going. I like how it shows. It's a lot of information on the screen, but it's not a lot of information. Is it good? Is it good? Yes, it's good. That's purple derp, whatever. Yeah, it's good. Live stream that fits YouTube rather have compete with you now, otherwise content creators and move. I actually like OBS for live streaming now that I've used it, because with OBS I can use my camera, my C992, and get a really good solid stream. It's really good, and I can sit on a computer too. I don't have to worry about, how big is the screen? The screen is 5.7, and then it's got the little 2-inch screen on the top like LG did. Now it's kind of weird, but their secondary screen, it works just like the LG one, but something about that I liked it a lot. How's the build quality from Alien Technology? The build quality is sweet, man. You guys know I'm not a fan of like the glossy backs, but man, oh man, that build quality is solid because it's got a metal chassis, and it's got the black front for all of them, and then the colors of the back of them, is really good. Shout out to Perry. All right, Perry. Appreciate the love, man. I don't know what the clock speed of the Ultra is. I didn't really check on that, but I guess I can look it up. It's probably on GSM Arena by now. Some people keep talking about losing subs. You're in the wrong group, because I'm not losing subs. My subs are going up. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why that would be a conversation anyway. It's got 4 gigs of RAM, a Snapdragon 821. I just said, yeah, the Moto G4 is a good phone. Check my channel. If you follow me, check my channel. If you don't follow me, hit the channel and subscribe and go. You don't got to subscribe if you don't want to, but just go look at the videos on my channel. Go to videos and search, and then search for the name of the phone that you want to see. And if it's in there, yeah, you'll see it. There's Sister Harris. Pastor Harris is in the house. Pastor Harris, I see you. Yeah, LaShawn, I don't know what they're talking about. People losing subs. My subs are going up. So again, like I spoke of earlier, if you try to step on somebody who other people respect, especially if you're not like, I've learned that a lot of people who are, don't take this the wrong way, but people who don't get the recognition as other people, they don't like themselves, so they try to use a person who has recognition and use their name to get ahead. That's what people do. So, you know, I'm looking for a screenshot. Let me see here. Would you give up the Mate 9 for the Ultra? See, y'all asking these questions like, you know, I can't answer that yet. The HTC Ultra looks sweet. Screen size, a plus, and pricey. Let's see. Yeah, Paul Tech. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I have no clue what people are talking about. I'll check out your channel, Purple Derp MLG. I'll check it out. Looking for some questions about the Ultra real quick before I get out of here. Thanks, LaShawn, because that person was definitely trolling. Hey, LaShawn, can you remove this person Froskins or something like that? They're just trolling. Never mind, I got it. Or you can if you want to. I think I had it. Yeah, I got it. iPhone 7 Plus or Pixel SL? Pixel XL, yeah, for sure. That phone, I talk about it in the video. It's got 64 gigs of memory, 4 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 821. It's got a 16 megapixel front camera. It's ultra pixel, and then the rear has a 12. It has the pixels camera on the rear. It's got a 3,000 milliamp hour battery on the Ultra. Let me see what else. It's 8mm thick. It's really thin though in the hand though. It's a bigger phone. It's kind of big, but it feels really good. The cameras though, I gotta admit, the cameras on the Ultra, you'll be impressed if you ever get some hands-on time with them. They said that they have 2 more events. The last one is in New York, and I think the next one they're going to do on the 21st is in California. I think you have to go to that. I don't know. I don't know. Just check the HTC site and you'll see what it is. What's my favorite phone? Ooh, man. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. Is the U Ultra screen one of the brightest? Oh, see, I don't know. My hands-on time with it was super bright. Now, I did put it next to my S7, and also took the Blade V8 Pro, and the screen is bright. I didn't really try to compare them, but the screen is really, really bright, like super bright. So it is bright. I don't know like the technical specs or the nits and all that, but it's really good. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and guys, hit the video, hit the HTC Ultra video. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube lesson also from the new YouTube app. Maybe I'll use this one. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I just wanted to test out this application. I really like it. So now it's time to relax in the living room. I'm gonna call Sister Harris. I appreciate LaShawn, man. I appreciate you taking care of the trolls in there for me, or just anybody who was being silly and childish. But I do like the application now that I figured it out. At first I was saying they didn't think it through, but you can disable the chat, and you just hit the finish button when you're done. You've got a few settings there. You can flip it around. Pretty nice. So I'll see you guys in the next stream, man, and look for more videos. Peace.